always quote my favorite president, Harry Truman, who said, "It's amazing what you can accomplish when you don't care who gets the credit." Look back in American history. Look at Washington and his relationship with Lafayette, a Frenchman, and what they were able to accomplish in terms of fighting and helping finance our revolution. Let's move forward a little bit. You've all heard the name, if you were paying attention in high school, of Lewis and Clark. These were two guys that navigated so much of the country that was unseen and unknown. Let's move forward a couple hundred years. I'm a musician, for anyone that hasn't met me, and while I love the Rolling Stones and so many other bands, there is no band like the Beatles. None. Here's an example of two guys who both lost their mother, John Lennon and Paul McCartney. They got together. You talk about changing the world and music and how the way people dressed and looked. I'm not sure either one of them, as amazingly talented as they were, would have gotten where they did. Without that, let's move away from American history and music. How about politics? I know you should never talk about politics. Half the world wants to stab you. But let me show you where we used to be as a country instead of being so polarized. There were two politicians, a president and a Speaker of the House, Bill Clinton and Newt Gingrich. These two guys hated each other. This was not a mild dislike. And yet they worked together, cleaned up welfare, and we actually had a surplus instead of a deficit. Listen, we're like $36 trillion in hock. They did much better together than they would have done. Think about your work system. Think about how you get along with your wife, your husband, your partner, whatever it is. When people work together, they accomplish more. And what's better than feeling a part of a team? Nothing. There's nothing better than looking around a room and saying, these are my guys. I'm with them, they're with me. If you're smart enough to collaborate, everything becomes magical. If anyone's in the auto business, if you're smart, you understand the symbiotic relationship between fixed operations and variable. Man, I see wars all the time between the front and the back. But when people can tie in with service, when service people feel comfortable with the people up front selling the vehicles, everything works. I don't care how good you are on your own. Find somebody equally good who thinks differently than you and collaborate. It'll change your life, their life, and you'll be amazed what you can accomplish. I'm Larry Feldman. Thank you for listening to my Larry Talk.